we go. Ready to kick some behinds of some other pro gamers. Right, here's the blue Protoss player. He is Raise Your Edge Gamers ZEST. And on the other side, we got ourselves a strong Terran player as well from the Brave Star Gamers. He's in the red. He is Dream. Again, one of these Terran players that we wouldn't be too surprised if suddenly he starts just absolutely dominating the scene. One of these players that, you know what, we've been waiting for a while, perhaps, to really get things going. But, yeah, not quite always there, right? Not on the same level as some of these other Terrans, such as TY, Cure, Maru, and all those great ones overall, but innovation as well. It's always hard when you start naming people. You're always afraid that you're going to leave somebody out. And let's be honest, you're always going to leave somebody out. So, yeah. Anyway, regardless, a little bit of hokey pokey, proby, wokey. And ZEST will be putting down a Cyber Core before that Nexus. Playing it safe, playing it cool. It's the smart way to do it. And let the annoyance begin once again. It's interesting how Protoss do this the most out of all the races, right? I feel like it comes back to the statement of parting as well. You gotta play Protoss as a perfect, right? And I mean, these types of things just continuously in the mineral line, just like, oh yeah, let me grab those minerals. Or like, oh, you want to dance? You want to dance with me? No, I don't want to dance, is what the SCV says. And the bro's like, oh, you don't have a choice. I'm here, grinding up against you. It's just really, it's really something else, these probes. They are the epitome of the perverts. Alright. Is that too weird? I don't think it was. Probes, man. Probes, they are disgusting little creatures. Oh my god, is he just gonna run straight into this? Oh, he is. Oh, he did see it, right? Yeah, he did. Okay, for a moment it got me worried there. Wasn't quite sure if that's, like, this counts as a bush as well. Then again, it's on the high ground. You should be able to look over it, right? Dream wins this 2-1. Cyberpunk 2077 will not delay. Everything we're doing here has some influence on that game, doesn't it? Tech 9. Everything we do. Interesting. You have to re-jinx it? Alright. Hmm. 2-0. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I feel like that game has a mind of its own. We'll just do whatever it wants, whenever it wants. After Dark's loss. Well, I mean, afterwards he did redeem himself as well, right? Versus Beyond. In the previous one, of course, we the Group A of this tournament, we saw Dark and DRG moving forwards. A couple of people in the chat were saying, like, oh, no way DRG is going to win a ZVZ. ZVZ's terrible. He made Dark look like a joke in some way. And, yeah. Quite something else. It's quite something else. All boring ZEST 2-0. I don't know if that is going to be the case. It could be. Very well could be. But Dream, he's a strong player, man. You cannot underestimate him. In the best of 3, I can see him win just 2 games in a row. No problem. Even against somebody of the likes of ZEST. ZEST as well, to be fair. I mean, I know he has his ups and downs. But doesn't it kind of feel like he's more so in a down right now rather than one of his ups again? Regardless of him still being in, like, the top 4 Protoss. Whenever he's not the top 1 Protoss, it's like, oh, well, he's in a little bit of a downer right now. He's not doing as well as we would like to see. Is ZEST his best? Alright, never mind. I forgot about that statement, of course. That proves it, doesn't it? Not sure why he activated the Oracle there. Didn't have to, but did it anyway. Commencing the Blinkstalker aggression here, the overall harassment. Looks like there's a good opportunity to do so. That second siege tank not quite out just yet. Marines already readjusting though, and ZEST seeing all these units coming in here, realizing he's gonna have to push elsewhere. He's gonna try to get on top of this bunker perhaps. No, he's just gonna... I think he just shot it with like one Stalker and then was like, alright, well, that's it. Washing my hands off of this situation. Just tag the Terran army here with the Purell gun right there. A little bit of clarifying what is going on there. The revelations. The revelation aura. That's a lot of gateways. That's 8 gateways here, guys. 8 gateways. No robo. Just charge and a Templar Archives on the way here. We're gonna see ZEST get quite aggressive. It could be. You know what? I don't think it's an horrendous idea overall to just send in a ton of charge slots with the Archons here. He's not been able to get any of the siege tanks though with the Blinkstalkers, which is worrying me a little bit about this maneuver, but he may still be able to make that work, especially with these tanks getting a bit more aggressive. Let's see if he gets something. Well, getting the Marauders there, I believe. Whatever damage he can find, and now with a third base for Dreamius, units are going to be rather spread out. ZEST has stopped making probes for a while now. It's another reinforcement pylon on the top side here. Let's see how well ZEST will be able to do. He's going to be able to target down the siege tanks very, very quickly. Oh, look at that. More charge slots on the bottom side. Flanking, coming in on any type of reinforcements. Trying to go towards the top side here. A lot of the SCVs are going down, but at the same time, auto turret harassment still getting some work done as well. Zealots on the back foot once again. The Stalker's not really interested in partaking in the shooting gallery as those Zealots are face tanking all the damage at this moment in time. 4 Zealots did have to be warped in here as a defensive measure, it looks like. Was that worth it here for ZEST? Is he going to try to do this once more? I think he will be. 4 Archons on the way as well. Wouldn't it make more sense to have those Archons within your first attempt? Wouldn't it make more sense not to go in here with all those Zealots, all those Stalkers before you... Well, up until the moment you have the Archons. Alright, well, here we go. Now, look at how little Zealots there are overall here. Sure, the Archons are doing a good amount of splash damage, but there's no buffer anymore really there to protect them from anything else, and it's just not working out anymore in the way you would like to see it for something like this. And more of the Oracle there being shooed away. The Zealots and the Stalkers here. Let's see. Gonna rotate around. Like that maneuver. Maybe ZEST just kind of thought he had a moment there of opportunity, right? That is an easy judgment error to make in these types of situations where you look like, alright, well, I think I just have enough here. I could risk it and try to wait for the Archons as well. But that could just mean that most of my units, well, that my opponent is just going to have more units overall. It's going to have more stuff, and then suddenly I'm going to have a bigger funnel to, well, try to flush down my units into. Right, getting a good position here. Oh, he's not really committing to the harassment. He's going to try to still fight this force here. Trying to tank as much damage as possible. Delay the bio forces. The siege tanks here not fighting with the rest of the armies. More Zealots coming in right now. Looks like that may be okay. The Widowmine getting a great connection there. Stalkers do need to get rid of the siege tanks there. 21 workers. It looks like it's still working out here for ZEST, nonetheless. Yeah, I think he may have done it here. Well, actually, the worker count is still very equal. If Dream manages to stay... Oh, wow. Ooh. That was some friendly fire there. That was some friendly fire in a half right on top of those SCVs. That was that was something else. Alright, well, yeah, I mean, the longer this keeps going, the more I'm favoring ZEST's position here. Sure, Dream is getting some overall progress with the killing of the army, but he lost too many workers now. GG is called. Yeah. Unlucky. Unlucky. Getting himself in a bit of a difficult situation there. Alright. Alright. What happens? What happens was, well, Dream, he was looking good. He was holding off for a while there. And ultimately, ZEST just had too much stuff. ZEST just had too much stuff. The aggression from the other side there, from the Raven and such, not really killing off a lot of probes, unfortunately. Wait, is that the one I need to go into? I think it may be. Yeah, right, it is. It is. Our admin, Black One, his name changing because I added him into the friend list. So I was like, wait a moment. This is a new person. This is a new person. Yeah, that was a rough one. That was a rough one for Dream. I have to say, it felt very winnable for a couple of times there. Potentially, it's also because he was continuously losing those siege tanks. Continuously losing those more expensive units, such as Medevacs as well. And they are really the DPS that you need to hold your own against those Stalker numbers, against the Archons as well on the backside. Try to target them down like that. I suppose you can do it as well. You can have a really good fight with just pure bio. But then you do... Excuse me. You do need to have the Medevacs there also. And the tank... Well, the Medevacs also were getting targeted down a lot as well. They were also being shut down every single opportunity. Quite a couple of them we saw flying over, trying to get to the third base as... You know what? ZEST just kind of positioned himself in between those bases with his Stalkers and sniped everything he could. So slowly but surely whittling his opponent down, getting enough of an upper hand in the overall trading, and shut his opponent down. Also, a thing that is worth noting, the amount of overall lost mining time that we saw there for Dream. That third base, how many times did we see those SCVs just kind of moving away from the mineral line, right? That's got to be quite a bit of extra money that you're not investing into more Marauders, more Marines. Probably Marines would have been the most important thing there because of the Zealot numbers. So yeah. ZEST not really having that problem at home. Continuously mining off of 3 base. And trading out. Alright. Trading out maybe not completely in his favor, but trading out favorable enough that he was able to snowball it. Later on, of course, trading did go better for him as he was starting to snowball. Of course, you always have better trades if you are a little bit ahead in the army supply, but makes sense. The triangle base is better. Maybe. You can have your siege tank set up in a little bit of a better position. Perhaps you're going to be less stretched out. Could be a good point. Could be a good point as well. Regardless of that, let's jump into game number 2. Sorry. There we go. Scoreboards. Alright, in the bottom left side, we have ourselves a blue Terran player fighting for the Brave Star Gamers. He is Dream. His opponent in the red, in the Protoss. He is the one and only Raise Your Edge gamer. He is ZEST. All right, SCV Scout is coming across the field. So is ZEST's Probe Scout. Is that actually an SCV Scout? It should be, right? It still feels like an awkward angle for workers to come from for the shortest rush distance. Oh, there we go. Let's get there in time. ZEST with the Cybercore first. I don't think he's too bothered by this. I mean, this probe wasn't even there really to make the Nexus. It was there just to clean up this SCV before the engineering bay was completed very far along. It's not sending anything else down there to try and get rid of this engineering bay. It's a bit of a mix-up in styles sometimes. Oh, this may be the reason why he's making a proxy pylon here. He's going to try to clean up that SCV. There we go. Lovely done. Going to be a bit harder now to scout this. Dream sends out another one. He's going to try to check out this location here. Sees the Stargates. That's a good find. That is a good find indeed. We'll be going across the field again to verify how much of an all-in this will be. Will it just be a little bit of Oracle harassment? Will it be the Void Ray attack? The Void Ray attack wouldn't be too far off of a gamble here. With this position. I think Oxide maybe the new map with the smallest main base. It's still relatively large, but you still have a very short distance here between the buildings and the low ground. From a third base. There's the bunker. It's going to be the Void Ray. No shield batteries just quite yet. Reaper in the main base actually being able to already pick off 3 workers. That's a good start there. Full Dream. Kind of slowing this down. He hasn't been able to do anything against... Wait, what is he doing? He let that Stalker get in here. To chase down one of his Marines. Was that a good call? He's going to get the Stalker, I suppose, as well. Now his Marines are not near the bunker. Nor are his SCVs for the repair. Is he going to get there in time? Oh, this is going to be very close. Okay, we'll be able to get there. Wait, it wasn't even a full wall off to begin with, so... This is a little bit of a moment where things may already start snowballing here. That Stalker needs to be taken care of. Oh, nice. Coming in with another Stalker there on the bottom side. The shield battery helping out tremendously from the low ground. It's only a single shield battery, but it is doing some real work right now. The bunker still stands tall, though. More SCVs are being pulled off the line to try and maintain some health on top of that bunker. Great micro there from Dream. That's the most important structure here, perhaps. Dream, instead of targeting the Void Rays here, is going to connect onto the shield batteries. I really like that choice, actually. It makes a lot of sense. Instead of going for the Void Rays that can micro backwards, why not just kill the shield batteries, the ones that allow these Void Rays to overstay their welcome so much. Very interesting. Look at how much as well he's investing into just getting rid of these shield batteries here. Oh, he loses the local, and that could be big. He may lose the bunker here now as well. Alright, 2 Cyclones connecting to the 2 Void Rays, but yeah, there's still some shield batteries here working their magic. As the army losses of Dream are not looking all too swell. I think this may be the tipping points. I think this may be it. Oh, he did take out the most healthy Void Ray there. Only 2 very low HP Void Rays remain. Is he gonna do this still? Is he actually... Oh my god, nah, where's the Cyclone gone? There's another Cyclone coming in though. Let's see, is he going to get on top of the repair? The repair's not in there in time. A single Marine. There's the one Marine to come save the day here. Come on, get him. It's a scary situation here. Alright, more of these SCVs have to be pulled off again. I think we've reached the tipping point here, guys. I don't think we'll see a comeback happening anymore. It was a valiant effort, but with another Stalker in the base, with another Void Ray here, another time we're not going to see the repair on the Cyclone. Although, oh, yeah, is he going to get the repair on the Cyclone? Oh, gets the Stalker as well. I mean, a couple of times now I was like, alright, well, no, this is just going to snowball now. Suddenly a single Cyclone does manage to take out like two enemy units. Gets another Cyclone out, don't worry about it. It's a lock-on. One more, one more Void Ray remains. Not a Stalker, just waddles into the base. Is he doing it? Is he still doing it? No way. No way. To be fair, like, ZEST has not been utilizing his shield batteries at all whatsoever. Oh, repair the Viking. Not going to be able to do so. But yeah, I mean, these two shield batteries, he may have as well not have built them, honestly. He's not doing much of anything with them. The thing with this as well, very often, instead of making more shield batteries, we're seeing ZEST going for the Stalkers, right? The Stalkers that are coming in, but they are just being surrounded by the SCVs and are giving a bit more play area for Dream. What we normally see, at least from players that do this a lot, is they make more shield batteries here in the natural base. So you have more of an area for these Void Rays to rotate around. And look at this, more of these Void Rays are going down. He lost 7 Void Rays so far. And he doesn't have a second base behind this, right? Dream does have a second base, and that's it. GG, are you kidding me? Wow. I thought he had it. I thought he had it in the bag, but not quite working out in his favor. There definitely was some plays there from ZEST where you could make the case that, you know what, he probably shouldn't have made those Stalkers. He needed some extra shield batteries to keep those Void Rays alive. That is one of the most important things to do in these types of situations. He never really took out the supply depots. He never really took out the barracks either. And these are the first steps usually that we see people take to make this snowball. But yeah, ZEST there trying something else with this type of attack, and it didn't quite work out there. Kept losing his Void Rays, never quite managed to set up his winning move. ZEST won? No. Dream managed to win that one. So it's 1-1 right now. Dream can do it. Dream can still do it. Will he save Cyberpunk 2077? Will he do it? Will it be released at some point in the near future? We don't know. We don't know. Please, Dream, please make it happen here for Tech 9. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. He looked pretty darn good against that, but ZEST overall, when he wasn't doing something a little bit more aggressive, it did feel quite experimental there, didn't it? It felt rather experimental. Like ZEST usually, I'm not used to seeing him do this type of stuff anyway. But yeah. It's interesting why he went for something like that. It's very interesting. On the map like Pillars of Gold, another place where you could try this type of stuff, right? Another place where you can try to do the Void Ray attack. Will he do it? I don't think he will, after not quite making it work. I don't want to see him try it again, at least not with the Stalkers being incorporated like that. Maybe with a bit better control on the Stalkers there as well, you will be able to make that work a bit better as well, but yeah, just was a rough spot. Just was a rough spot overall. Alright, looks like we'll have a little bit of a loading time. I'm not sure if the players know that. The person that disconnected... We have somebody that had his StarCraft II crash. It was the admin, so it's not really important for the thingamajig. For the streams. But I'm not sure if the players know or realize that is not important and they can just keep playing. 2 games. They were BS. Were they BS? I don't know. I don't know. ZEST is just trying to be aggressive here. We all know that ZEST in these online cups, you know, this is his playground. This is where he experiments. This is where he tries out some stuff that he's been thinking about. And sometimes we're like, oh my dear Lord, this is the best stuff we've ever seen. Sometimes it's like, is this ever supposed to work? Well, maybe just with a bit better control. You know, that previous game definitely could have worked out in his favor. Definitely. But Dream holding it very close to his heart. Being able to just barely micro those Cyclones heavily enough to keep picking off some of those very, very crucial units off of ZEST. And then also how we open it up with the Cyclone, targeting down shield batteries. Again, not something we see all that often. Not something that we see very, particularly a lot of, right? Where instead of going for the Void Rays, trying to target those down, we saw the shield batteries being targeted down. And maybe that was a good reason for ZEST there to be like, alright, well, I'm not going to be able to get these shield batteries up as I'd like to. He may do this as well to me if I keep trying to expand my shield batteries further along. So why try to keep that going? Alright, yeah, we should be good. We should be good. Let's see. Yeah, they're just playing. Great. Great. Can I say? I can't type to them. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not sure if they know. I hope Inu has a way to talk to them. I suppose they're waiting for other people, whether or not they're leaving. It was so close, any side could win. Let's respect these amazing players. Yeah, for sure, for sure. It could have gone both ways. Just a little couple of micro errors here or there from either of these players, and that was the deciding factor. Couple of times, right? I thought ZEST had it, and I thought he'd done it. Thought he had snowballed his way into victory. Rolling Thunder. Alright, yeah, the score. There we go. Everybody knows go. Actually, Inu he's pretty darn good in English as well. Like, he says he's not, but I think that's just his pronunciation and stuff, right? He doesn't talk that much English, but his English is pretty darn good. Just in a text format. That, or he just uses Google Translate. Who knows? Who knows? That could be the case as well. Alright, anyway. In the bottom left side, 1 point on the board. An amazing hold there against the Void Ray aggression. In the bottom left side, he's from Brave Star Gaming. He is a Dream. In the top right side, we got ourselves a blue Protoss. Fighting for the racial edge gamers. He is ZEST. Alright. Alright. Things are looking a lot more normal this time around. They set no count 3, 2, 1, and so they just didn't divide probe and SCV when the game starts. Ah, when they start the game. I see. I mean, it's just minimal. I you know, very, very rarely that something like that will, of course, cause the game to go one way or another. Alright. Right, where are we bringing this into? Looks like some Blink Stalker play. Versus some Hellion drop, potentially. Or it could still be Widow Mines, of course. The one Hellion is sometimes there just to get a bit of scouting going. Looks like, yeah, most likely will be the Widow Mine. Most of the time, if it is a Hellion drop, you'd see it on the reactor here. Be able to get yourself the four Hellions. I think you can squeeze out 3 Hellions as well if you really want to. But yeah, I've said this a couple of times in multiple streams. I really do not like the triple Hellion drop versus Protoss. I think 4 is just always so much better. Yeah, I think the Korean players, they were waiting to see whether or not more people would leave. Whether or not it would or wouldn't count. They were kind of assuming that we would have to remake. And to be fair, if it was anybody else there, we probably would want to remake. You know, whether it is whichever stream, right? There's quite a couple of language streams going on here that are all participating in the good old fun of StarCraft II casting. And it's a lot of people watching them as well, right? Whether it be the Polish community with Matisse, whether it be the German with Belair, whether it be the English right here or the Korean with Inu. Am I forgetting? Oh, right, yeah, Enki, the Spanish community, of course, how could I ever forget? So yeah, we would have reset the game then, and we're fine now, we're fine. Alright, double Marauder production here with Concussive Shell and some Marines as well. Looks like we are gearing up for somewhat of a bit of a push. Those Marauders are going to help out quite nicely against the Blink Stalker play as well. If ZEST does want to get aggressive once more with those Stalkers, this is a great opportunity. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How? Jeez Louise. Mr. Psychic ZEST right there. He truly is a Nostradamus. The Nostradamus of StarCraft II right here. Looking 3 miles into the future, realizing that a medevac right here. Triangulating its current position. Estimating route. And move for intercept. Easy as that. Alright, Dream. Did get 6 probes indeed. Nostrozestus, that's right. It's a good one. He does seem a little bit like a Nostrozestus, right? Because very often as well, you see him just kind of going with a certain place, and it's like, well, yeah, actually, your opponent is doing this exact thing, and now you're just countering him with your setup. He seems very, very clean with this type of decision-making. Right, here is the first initial pushing set of units right here from Dream. He has Stim available, so can take the fight if he wants to. Doesn't want to Stim unnecessarily, though, of course, with only 2 medevacs there. Gotta be careful with the overall energy that is available. Bit of harassment coming down as well is causing Dream to move around again. And instead of going over across with all of his bio forces, he'll just send a small amount of Widow Mines into that mineral line. There's nothing here to scout for, ZEST. Oh wait, no, never mind. There is a observer right here. A little bit further out than I would have anticipated. Did Dream see this? Or, I don't know. That's a very unfortunate place to stop your medevac's movements. Yep, that is the worst that it could be. Is he going to be able to burrow? He's going to be able to burrow a Widow Mine still, are you? How many Stalkers do you need? What in the woods? That was 8 Stalkers. Not being able to stop 2 Widow Mines. I mean, he may have been able to see the future. He just couldn't stop the future from happening. That's the curse of Nostrozestus. He's always cursed with knowing the outcome. He tries his best, but he just can't help it. Alright. More Stalker harassment here. Oh. War Prism here on the left side as well. Had a little bit of miss micro there from ZEST, and things can go awry very quickly here for a Protoss player like that, of course. I was surprised that still worked. I was surprised that that medevac didn't get one shot. Do you need, like, 9 Starkers to one-shot the medevac, or did one of his Starkers just not shoot in that time? I'm not completely certain what's the exact numbers here. I don't know if somebody in chat can tell me and teach me the ways of the how to shoot a medevac out of the sky with a certain set of Starkers. Maybe it's just that you need +1 attack. Bit more harassment. Who knows? Who knows what will happen now? Will he still be able to win? ZEST knows already, of course, but he's playing it out regardless. That is, you know, that is the nice thing about ZEST. He always does it for the fans as well. He's been able to see for a long time now what is going to happen, how he's going to win or lose this game, but we'll still let the people enjoy the StarCraft. How it's going to unfold. So, still no 4th base here for ZEST. He's got himself the double robo. He's making double upgrades. He's getting a dark shrine as well. It feels like he is just going heavily into the late game here. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a 4th base right now. There it is. 4th base for Dream also in production. It is going to be on the high ground of the natural base though, so gonna take a moment before it really does get created there. Flown over, of course, as well. Another one of these like brilliantly placed observers overall. I'm absolutely in love with the observer placements. He already moved the observer from the right side as well. So now he himself will be pushing into the right side here. There's still quite a big force of bio, of course, cascading downwards. Is this a bit of a trap set up by ZEST? Is going to move in here. A lot of Colossi firepower. Not that many Marauders in the front, so a lot of the Marines are tanking the damage right now. That is not what you want to see. Not that many Vikings remain either. The Colossi still going strong. A pretty reasonable spread here. But a lot of the workers did go down. Disruptor now also coming in here. Marauders versus Immortals, not the greatest. And it looks like, yeah, this is just going to be a GG. Very well played, ZEST.